Hello, my name is Lillian Okibe. Welcome to my channel. Happy New Year! Like, we are finally in 2021 and I'm so happy. This is officially my first video of the year and I'm so happy to be back. I know I told you guys that I was going to come back to YouTube, making videos on YouTube on the 28th or 29th, but I was just so tired from the whole vlogmas, so I decided to take the rest of the year off. But I'm finally back and I'm so happy to be back. So being the first video of the year for me, I decided that I should start on a fresh note, like on a clean slate. So in today's video I'm going to be washing my hair. I'm going to be showing you guys my updated wash day routine using all the tips I learned last year, and I'm also going to be using like ingredients, all the DIY ingredients that I learned last year that I absolutely love in today's video. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, then definitely keep on watching. This is a wash and go. I've worn this wash and go for 7 days. Today makes it the 7th day. So even though I've worn this wash and go for like a week, my hair still feels like really soft. You guys can see like my hair still feels soft. I feel like this last year I learned so much about my hair, and I learned so many like tips and tricks, and like especially when it comes to like washing my hair, like wearing styles and products to use, like ingredients to use that to maintain my hair basically. So my hair is now like really my hair is so healthy and I'm so happy. Anyway, so in my last wash day, I told you guys that my next wash day I'm going to be clarifying my hair. So actually today I'm supposed to be using a sulfate shampoo to wash my hair. I told you guys I was going to be using a sulfate shampoo to wash my hair today, but I changed my mind. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to use, I'm still going to be using my Dudu Oshun black soap, you know, but I'm going to be showing you guys how you can use Dudu Oshun black soap to like deep cleanse your hair. So if you're someone that always uses black soap and it seems like it leaves whitish particles in your hair, like it seems like it doesn't clean your hair properly, then you should definitely keep on watching, because I'm going to be telling you guys how to prevent that. So the first thing you want to do, if you're washing with Dudu Oshun black soap or any black soap for that matter, and you don't want those whitish stuff, you're afraid that every time you use it you always get those whitish stuff, what you should do is wash your hair using warm water, like warm hot water, like not hot water that is going to damage your hair, but like more on the like hot side, but like cold enough that your hair can withstand it, not too hot, but like more like a warm water, but not like lukewarm, but like a little bit more hot than cold, you know, but generally in the warm category. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be showing you guys how much difference that can make. I've not washed my hair since the last wash day video that you guys saw, so you guys will see how you can use. Normally I hardly wash my hair with warm water. I usually use cold water because I live in Nigeria and Nigeria is very hot, so I always like to use cold water. Even when I'm having my bath or when I'm washing my hair, I usually use cold water just because of the heat. But today I'm going to be showing you guys how you can use warm water to just change the game for you when you're using black soap to wash your hair. So yeah, let's get into it. Of course, the first thing you want to do before you start applying any form of shampoo or anything to your hair is to get your hair soaking wet. Now my setup, I do not have the right setup to film in my bathroom, like you guys basically not be able to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to go now, rinse all my hair with warm water, and then I'll come back to show you guys the application process. Like my hair feels so, like my hair looks so good. I actually want to wear this wash and go longer, but it's been 1 week since I drenched my hair in water and I just feel like my hair needs that hydration. So yeah, let's go and I'll be back in a few minutes. So I'm done wetting my hair with warm water, and you guys can see like I use gel for this wash and go, and just because I used warm water, like it just, my hair, normally when I rinse my hair, if you watch my previous videos, you see that I still have like particles of gel in my hair, but this time around because I use warm water, you guys can see like my hair looks like it has been washed, but I've not washed it. So the next thing I'm going to do is just start applying the soap on my hair. I usually do this section by section. You guys know this already, so like let me not even lie, this warm water feels really good on the scalp. I think I should start doing this more often. Another tip that I learned last year is that like as I'm applying the soap, I try to be really careful so that like I'm not causing any more tangle than like what I had previously. So I try to first elongate my hair, especially if I'm washing like my hair from like a wash and go. So I first try to elongate my hair before I start applying the soap all over my hair. Now another thing I should tell you is that if you are using like Dudu Oshun soap and you feel like the texture is not smooth enough. Like if you have like harsh particles in the soap, you should pick it out so that it's not going to snag your hair as you're applying the soap on your hair. So you want the soap to be as smooth as possible. Now, because I actually wet my hair with warm water, like the lather, it's actually forming lather really fast faster than how it normally would, like if I had used cold water to rinse my hair. Don't forget your scalp. So if I'm scrubbing my scalp, I hold the ends, then gently massage my scalp. I don't just like massage everything together, because if you do that, your hair will tangle more. So you want to try as much as you can to prevent any more tangles, so that you're just working with the tangles that you already had in your hair. So I'm done applying the soap all over my hair. Another tip that I learned last year is that, like, you don't want the soap, like the lather, to vanish from your hair before you go to rinse it out. So if you are being slow, you need to be gentle when you're doing it, but you need to kind of rush up, like be fast. And if peradventure you're slow, you want to like re-wet your hair and like reactivate the lather before you go ahead to rinse. I don't know if that makes sense. That would just help to make your results better. Like if you wait for your hair to dry, like if you look at some parts of my hair now, it's already getting dry. When I get back into the shower, when I want to rinse it out, I'll first apply like some water, try to like reactivate the lather, so that like my hair, like the lather is like really good before I rinse out. That will just help to make your cleaning process easier, and that will help to prevent you having to wash your hair more than once. I'm going to go ahead and rinse this out, and then I'll come back to show you guys what it looks like. I'm rinsing out this soap, and you guys can see how clean my hair is. Like my hair is clean. It's not like dry or stripped, but like it's squeaky clean. Like there are no particles of anything in my hair. Mind you, I've not washed my hair since that last wash that I showed you guys. You guys have not watched that video, I'll leave it in the iCard. But I've not washed my hair since then. You guys can see my hair is completely clean, even though I did not use like a sulfate shampoo or anything. So you can use Dudu Oshun as a moisturizing shampoo, and you can also use it as a deep cleansing shampoo. It just depends on how you use it. So the next thing I'm going to do, another tip I learned last year for my wash days, is to just ditch cotton t-shirts, microfiber towel, or anything to use to dry my hair. I noticed that I do my whole wash day routine on wet hair. Like I do not like pat dry my hair or anything like that. The best thing I do to dry my hair is just to squeeze dry my hair, like in the sink or in shower after like washing or rinsing my hair, you know, that kind of thing. But I don't use like any external thing to dry my hair. I noticed that doing that just helps my hair to be more juicy and stay moisturized longer. And I also noticed that my hair masks and deep conditioners work better when I apply on like soaking wet hair, like wet hair that I'm not dried with any external thing, as opposed to like if I dry my hair with a cotton t-shirt or anything like that. So that's another tip I learned. So if you are struggling with dry hair, if you notice that your hair is always dry, no matter what you do, it's always dry, you can give that a try. So yeah, the next thing we're going to do now is deep conditioning. Now for today's deep conditioning, I used ingredients, all my favorite ingredients that I learned last year, I started using last year, that I absolutely love so much. So this is my deep conditioner. This is actually like a DIY deep conditioner. This is the consistency. So you guys that follow my vlogmas, you guys probably have an idea of all the ingredients that are here, but for those of you that do not know, so in here I have my DIY ginger aloe deep conditioner. I'm going to leave the link in the iCard to show you guys how I make that. I also have here my DIY milk and honey deep hair mask. So I'll also leave that video how I make that in the iCard for you guys to go and watch. In here I also have some Ayurvedic herbs. I have aloe vera powder in here. I have hibiscus. I have amla. I also have brahmi in here. So those are all the ingredients I use. Those are the ingredients I have, and this is like a really rich, creamy consistency. So yeah, let's go ahead and start the application process. So as usual, I also applied this in sections, and the thing about this is that it is messy, so I don't like applying it here because of my bed. But I'm just going to apply one section for you guys to see how I do it. So also I first start by elongating my hair. Then I take the mask, I focusing on the ends. You know, I first focus on the ends and I gently work my way to the rest of the hair. I make sure that I apply this all over my hair, like all over my hair, so that even on my scalp too, I also apply on my scalp, just because all the ingredients that are in here are scalp friendly. So I'm trying to work it in so that every strand of my hair gets some of the hair mask on it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm working it in like how I usually work in my gel when I'm doing wash and goes. And don't forget the scalp. I'm done applying the deep conditioner all over my hair. And another tip I learned this year is, like, do not rinse out your deep conditioner with warm water. Like, if you want the like moisturizing effect to remain in your hair even after you rinse out your deep conditioner or hair mask, then it's best for you to rinse it out with like lukewarm, not lukewarm, rinse it out with like room temperature water, like cold water from your tap. I feel like that gives better results. This is how much hair I lost from the whole application process. Like, whenever I'm applying deep conditioner or hair mask in my hair, that's usually the most time consuming part of my wash day, because I usually try to take my time to make sure that every single strand gets some. The previous clip I showed you guys, I did not show you properly like how I usually, because that section that I do, because it's on my bed, I don't want to stay in my bed, but I normally break that section into even smaller sections and continue to apply, making sure that every strand gets some of the hair mask. So that's why it takes so long. It's usually as if I'm applying gel for my wash and go. That's how I apply hair mask, and I don't like go detailed to detangle. Another tip I learned is that I don't like pay too much attention to detangle my hair while I'm applying the hair mask in my hair, because I feel like I detangle, but not like detailed, making sure that every strand of hair is like on its own, that kind of thing. I just detangle in such a way that I'm removing the shed hairs from my hair, and if there's any like bad knots, I try to undo it while I'm applying the hair mask. But I noticed that when I apply the hair mask, if I leave it in my hair for like a few minutes, by the time I'm rinsing it out, like the tangles that were in my hair before, the whole hair mask and the moisturizing effect of the hair mask plus all the water and everything just helps to break down the knots and tangles. So that's why I do not go too detailed when it comes to detangling my hair when I'm applying the hair mask in my hair. So now, next thing I'm going to do now is cover my hair with a plastic bag, and I'm going to leave this in my hair for 1 hour. Then I'm going to rinse it out with cold water, and then I'll come back to show you guys my results. So I'm done rinsing out the hair mask from my hair, and you guys can see my hair is actually juicy. So like I said earlier, I usually like to apply my products on wet hair, so I don't like dry my hair with a t-shirt or a towel or anything like that. I just move straight to styling. But to do this I'm going to be using my shea butter as usual, my unwhipped shea butter. Where is it? I'm going to be using unwhipped shea butter put in this container, and I'm also going to be using my spray bottle of water. I'm going to first apply some shea butter on all my hair, just so that it will not dry out as fast. Just a little bit of shea butter. And for the horizontal layer, I'll just go ahead and apply some shea butter just to seal in all the moisture that my hair has absorbed this particular wash day. So I'll apply about the same quantity that I applied all over my hair before. Applying mainly on my ends, then I gently work my way up to the rest of the hair. So after doing that, I go ahead to further divide my hair into even smaller sections, and then I apply some shea butter, focusing on the ends, and then I gently work my way to the rest of the hair. This is when I usually detangle my hair using the thumb pulling motion. And then I go ahead and braid or twist. If you guys want to see how I detangle my hair, I have like a more detailed how I finger detangle my hair video on my channel. I'm going to leave that also in the card just so that you guys will see it. But like, because I've like already a little bit detangled my hair all through wash day, like this part is usually not so difficult. So for this particular day, I ended up doing twaids. So twaids are basically a combination of twist and braids. So you braid your hair halfway, then you twist the rest. That was exactly what I did on this particular wash day. I ended up converting my hair to twist like the next day because I just wasn't feeling these twaids. So whether you like it or not, your hair will still get dry as you move along, like before you're done doing all your hair. So don't be afraid to use your spray bottle to re-wet it. Like I said, applying your products on wet hair gives you best results. So after doing all my hair, this is what it looks like. And this is exactly like how much hair I lost after like styling. This was the hair I lost previously, so altogether this is all the hair I lost. So that comes to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in my next video.